Thank you so much. Have a seat, everybody. This is not going to be long, but it's going to be a little bit to where you need to sit down. Oh, cheer section in the back, of course. It's hard to concentrate with watching you guys, though. Distracting. So welcome. My name is Stacy Jones. I am the program delivery partner for South Florida. I did retire for 2 whole months, and I couldn't. And then I got to meet this wonderful lady over here, Lisa Butler, and she's the co-partner. So all those amazing emails you get, all the amazing communications you have, that's from her, and that's why they're so good, because everybody needs a Lisa. And I'm gonna have a shirt made. But because they said, oh, you can work with Lisa, and the Cox Science Center and Aquarium is now your new program delivery organization, I went, whoo, okay, dream. So I came back, and I'm really, really excited. This is my 26th year in FIRST. I've been doing FIRST LEGO League since 2003. Started out as a mom and a coach, and here we go. That long ago. I'm really, really excited about this year. We have some amazing partnerships happening, some amazing things happening. So let's get started. And this is the slide I was just doing. We have the Stiles Nicholson Foundation is now our partner, and they are now working with us, which is amazing. And we have a new partner, which we've always had as a partner, but now they've come back. It's for Florida Power and Light, and we have Chelsea Bennis, who is going to come up and talk to us a little bit about all the opportunities that FPL is going to be able to give for us.
Hi everyone, I'll make this brief because this looks really exciting, so I don't want to take up too much time, but my name's Chelsea Bennis. Like Stacey mentioned, I'm with Florida Power and Light. I am the Education and Outreach Associate Project Manager. So I help run the robotics programs, the Drones in Schools programs, as well as the sponsorships and grants. And I do the marine science education over at Manatee Lagoon and Riviera Beach. So I'm new to this role. I'm an educator and trained scientist. So I'm really excited to be a part of robotics. Again, excited to be here. And I know FPL got word that the theme is energy this year. So I'm here to talk about our energy curriculum. So you can find me in the back, check out our energy curriculum. It's for grades 4th, 5th, and 6th. All about energy and renewable energy and sustainability. So please come chat. If you haven't already, I want you to know that our sponsorships are support for robotics. So FIRST LEGO League, Tech Challenge, and robotics, the grants or sponsorships, they're open right now. So if your team needs support, go to our website, FPL Education. You can find robotics there. We're happy and to help support all of the teams. So please apply. And again, can't wait to be a part of this.
Excellent. Isn't that exciting? We love support, yes. We're very excited about that. And we also have a new website. We are no longer South Florida Robotics. We are now the coxscience.org/first-lego-league. We couldn't make it any more complicated for you. We just want you to pay attention. So this whole slideshow, I'm sure Lisa has already gotten your emails, and she will be sending it to you probably by the end of the day if I know her, maybe even tomorrow. I might give her a little bit of a break. But everything on here will be sent to you. So very, 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 very helpful. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa, do you want to come up and talk and introduce yourself? Or?
No, you're good.
You sure? Lisa's son, Bobby Butler, which I love his name, was the driver for Team 179, Children of the Swamp, first robotics competition team. They did very, very well last year. They went all the way to Worlds. So extremely great. If you want to know more about FIRST and what FIRST does for our kids as they go through the programs, definitely talk to Lisa. She's a wealth of information. So, and speaking of the first progression of programs, here they are. So we start when they're 4 years old. Pretty soon we'll be starting in the womb. But right now we're starting at 4 to 6 year olds, and that's Discover. And we have class packs available for up to 8 students. They have around 10 to 12 sessions, and it is an amazing program. They use Duglo. The next one is Explore at 6 to 10. We have a class pack for up to 24 students or individual teams up to 6. And they do have a mini competition, they call it a festival. And that is a really great program. They use Spike Essentials now. They do have Lego 2.0, but they do have Spike Essentials as the new one. Then we have what we're doing today, which is First Lego League Challenge, and that is for ages 9 to 14. Sometimes you see it up to 16. That's for the European, because this is in 100 and I think 130, 110. Thank you, Lisa. 110 different countries. So when they're in other countries, it's up to the age of 16. We have a class pack that we are available for 24, or you can have individual teams, which is what we're going to talk about today, for up to 10 children. Then First Tech Challenge. First Tech Challenge is amazing. There's so many sponsorships right now available for the 12 and up ages. They build a 40-pound robot. It's called Power Play this year. It is a lot of fun. Kind of like our director said when we were younger, that's kind of what they build the robots out of. And then the first robotics competition teams. Those are 120-pound robots. Their season starts in January, and it is so much fun. And actually this weekend coming up, we have Pirates Village in Homestead. If you want to take a ride with us, we're going to go down to Homestead and do a First Lego League scrimmage down there, and we get to see the first robotics competition teams actually do their competition. So I'm really excited, and we all get to dress up like pirates. So it'll be fun. Alan will be there, Chris will be there, Washer will be there. I know, I always call him by his real name. And the game this year is called Charge Up. So let's talk about cost really quick. We're going to go through this quickly. If you know of somebody that is in this, that does these kind of programs, we do have some grants available. So all costs, this is the cost for the Discover, ages 4 to 6-year-olds. The curriculum is 8 to 10 weeks, depending on how fast you go. There is a cost for the Steam Park set. It is huge. It's a big giant box of Duplo. And then first registration. There is no fee for your Cox Science Center League fee for Discover. But it's a lot of fun. And we do have, I think, Lisa, 13 grants? We have 13 Lego education grants if you know of a program that would like to do Discover. Now here's our Explore. We have, these are the $265, $125 first registration. The Cox Science fee is $25. The curriculum covers about 12 weeks of 1-hour sessions. Wonderful, wonderful program. Greenhouse does this in the afternoons as an ELO, but we do offer this, and we do have 4 grants, classroom grants, per class of 24. So if you know of any program that would like to do Explore. Here's our challenge. So this is what we are. All costs for the team is for the team as a whole. No individual fees, okay? So we do it as a team. Spike Prime, the new kit is Spike Prime. You can still use your EV3s. You can still use your older, all the other ones, the NXTs and all the other ones. Even the RCX from 25 years ago. You can still use all those. I don't suggest it, but you can still use them. The Spike Prime is about $450. If you buy it through First, you get the expansion set also. If you buy it through like Amazon or Lego, you're just getting the robot kit. First registration is $250, and you also need to purchase the challenge field and mat. This is the challenge field and the mat. All these wonderful items. So that comes with $75 plus shipping and handling. If you are a tax exempt organization, please put it in there so that you don't have to pay taxes, okay? We have the Cox Science Center League fee. If you want to do events, it's $150. That's the way it is. You can do a scrimmage, you can do a pre-practice qualifier, you can do a qualifier. That's under $150. That money goes directly to the event host. So like David Grad is going to be running an event for us in January, I believe. That money is going to David Grad, okay? That money is going to Polo Park. David Grad is the host. Does that sound better? We all know. We all know. So the whole point of that is that $550 is basically covering insurance, covering the location, covering trophies, covering food for your volunteers. Lisa and I don't make anything off of that, trust me. But we do it that way because before we were doing it where you paid for events, I felt like I was a money launderer. This team would pay me for their scrimmage. I would then take that money and pay the event host. And then they would pay for I'm taking this, and it got very, very confusing. So we all know what league fees are. If you're involved in band, you have a band fee. If you're involved in sports, you have a sports fee. Same thing. So the Cox Science Center is the league fee, and that money goes directly to our host. Okay, I'll be very clear about that. Now, if you have anything extra, it could be you need team shirts, you want team giveaways, you want buttons, projects, snacks, you gotta feed them. They're like gremlins, you gotta feed them. And travel costs, that all is extra, okay? But the basic it's about $100 per team member if you have a team of 12, if you have a team of 10, not like David, team of 10. Curriculum for this covers about 12 weeks, 2-hour sessions. Can you make this longer? Yes, definitely. And we're gonna show you what the season looks like. We also have 4 classroom grants available. So if you have any classroom that would like the challenge, let us know. And we're gonna watch this little video. Hopefully we can hear it.
Heroes assemble! We need your superpowered minds this first Energized season. Although it is a visible and exciting part of our program, First LEGO League is more than the robot game. The 3 other pieces, robot design, innovation project, and core values, are equally important parts of the experience. These 4 pieces come together in your tournament. A world full of opportunities and possibilities related to the theme is waiting for you to discover and explore. Our missions and models in the robot game are there to inspire you and your team's innovation project. Or you can focus on your own ideas. Your challenge in the innovation project is to choose one problem to focus on and design a solution. You will use the engineering design process, repeating the cycle several times as you learn more and try different approaches. Keep iterating as you collect feedback from your team, people in your community, and experts in the field. It is great to hear what others have tried. You will learn from everyone you talk to. It is normal to have to change course as you learn and try different approaches. Throughout the program, some things may be challenging, and you might make mistakes. Take what you learn and try again. You will be using the first core values throughout the season in both your innovation project work and the work you do on the robot. At the event, your gracious professionalism can shine at the robot game table for the referees to evaluate, while the judges will go into greater depth about how you relied on the 6 core values all season. Track your progress throughout the season, and make sure everyone is included in the work. There is room for everybody's ideas, and all team members will have something to offer. Remember, what you learn together is more important than what you win. At your tournament, you will have a judging session. The judges will be excited to hear about the work you did and decisions you made as your work progressed.
The strangers!
You will have the chance to make a live presentation of your innovation project. Decide as a team how you want to present, a skit, a pitch, or some other way, and focus on the key information you want to share. The time will go quickly. Once your presentation is done, the judges will ask you questions. They are as excited to learn from you as you will be to share your work. Then you will move on to discuss your robot design. You can organize a formal presentation, but you do not have to as long as you explain your code, robot functionality, and strategy. The judges will be ready to jump in with questions. The judges will use the official First LEGO League rubrics when you come to tell them about your season. You can find them online. The judges will also want to hear about how you learned to work together and the unique skills each of you brought to the team. Some of this information will come out as you discuss your innovation project and robot design work. But you will also have a chance to reflect on your journey with the judges. What were your best learnings? What idea were you most proud of?
3, 2, 1, go!
No matter how much progress you have made, make sure you and your team go to a tournament. Tournaments are loads of fun and designed to celebrate your hard work. They are not only a great chance to show off what you have done, but also to meet other teams and see what problems they have tackled. Talk to other teams and you will be inspired and be a source of inspiration to them. You will not only leave with helpful feedback from the judges you talk to, but also suggestions on what to do next. You may also even bring home an award to celebrate the work you have done. Good luck, teams! The world is waiting for your superpowered ideas.
Okay, so the wonderful thing about events is that we pretty much, I think, Lisa, we have 15 events this year.
We may be over that.
We might be over that now. So we have a lot of events, and we're gonna have lots of them to be offered to you. So we're gonna go through those in just a minute. What does your team need? Your team needs a LEGO Education Spike Prime set. And like I said, if you get it from first, you get the Spike set and the expansion set. You can still use Mindstorm set, which is the EV3s. You can still use the other sets. Not a problem. They're still viable. It's just the Spike is what they're doing now. Electronic device, each team will need at least, they say 2 compatible devices. I've done it with 1. Laptop or a computer. You starting with session 1, it goes through everything you need with that. All right. This is your challenge set. Looks like this. This is what you're going to get. If you need a table, let us know. We probably have a couple left in the storage unit. We just need them back for regionals. Please. But I mean, it's basically right now. I think this is the most expensive thing because of the way wood is, how expensive it is. But it's just a 8x4 with the 2x on the side. You can also put it on the floor. That kills my back, so I always have a couple of sawhorses underneath it. That helps a little bit. These are engineering notebooks and your robot game notebooks, and you get a team meeting guide. So you pretty much get everything you possibly need to run this. And as soon as you register as a team, everything is on ThinkScape. It is all digital, so you can print it as you need it, which is wonderful. You don't have to wait for anything. Let's talk about team roles, okay? So everybody has a role in the team. You have a team captain, you have a creative designer, you have researchers, you have a project manager, you have a communicator. All those, because we want these kids to all be part of the team. This is not just, the one-person show. You have a materials manager, you have builders, you have a mission strategist, you have coders. Everybody can have a job, okay? That's what's so important about this. And we're going to talk to Alan Bernstein. She's going to tell us a little bit about first core values. After this screen is the screen with all the core values on it.
Okay.
So this is Alan Bernstein, your first senior mentor for South Florida.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. So glad to see everybody here. I see someone waving. You probably heard something mentioned about gracious professionalism. That's really sort of our philosophy in FIRST. And gracious professionalism is basically respect for each other. And that's something that's important for all of us that work with FIRST, all of us that are parents, coaches, and our students, kids. I don't know what you want to call them, but they're our team members. So that's the first thing, is gracious professionalism, which is really showing respect for everybody, even if you're competing against them. Cooperation is the other first term. So there's cooperation and competition all combined into one word. And that's something where you will probably see, or you may already have seen if you've been around some of our competitions, that even though a team might be opposing another team, and maybe, let's say one team, team 1, is having problems with their coding, or they're having problems with their robot, it's just not moving, or something's wrong and they need help. Another team who may be competing, I'll say with them, may stop what they're doing at some point, maybe not during the competition, but they will stop and give some help to that team. So that's what cooperation is, and that's part of the way we operate. We help each other, and eventually you'll see all the core values. I'm one of the judges.
When we get to the next screen.
If you want to, I'm not gonna read it to them, because I know they'll have it. But, yeah, you saw all of this in the previous slides, and, we do judge. There are judges, we're not out to get anybody. We don't have bad attitudes, it's not like, that person certainly didn't, do anything for impact or innovate, no. We're really positive, because you know what, we want to encourage these kids, because they're awesome, they're our future. And we all love what we do. Stacy and I are sort of around the same years with First. Yeah, I don't even remember what year I started, I know it was mid-90s, on and off, so, we've all been around a long time, not because we get really paid, I certainly don't get paid much I work directly with First, but it's because we love the program, all of the programs. So, glad you're here, I wish you all a great season, you've got perfect people here, you've got a whole bunch of people, but really these two helping this year. So, and Stacy, of course, is our guru for First Lego League. So anyway, glad you're here. Any questions on core values, feel free to ask, or anything else too. Okay, thank you.
Dr. Bernstein.
Alan.
The wealth of knowledge that we have in this county is just amazing in this art area. So please reach out to Alan if you have a question. Anything First related, she is very, very helpful, and also able to get, go ahead. Also able to, to get you an idea of funding and stuff like that. She has a wealth of knowledge, so definitely use her. And this is teamwork, inclusion, and innovation, fun, discovery, and impact. This is what we're about. This is what makes us different than any other program out there. And we see it with our kids. Our kids have soft skills, and they also have the skills of building robots, so it's amazing. I'm going to talk a little bit about Innovation Project. Your team will identify and research a problem to solve, design a new solution or improve an existing one based on a selected idea, brainstorming, and a plan, create a model, a drawing, a prototype, iterate it on your solution by sharing it with others and collecting that feedback, and then communicating your solution's impact. What's really important about your innovative project is that you have an amazing resource, Florida Power and Light. I don't know any other region that has Florida Power and Light right in our area, and you have a wealth of knowledge. And we're offering, I believe on the 4th of December, we're offering a scrimmage opportunity. We're at the Florida Power and Light, I'm gonna say it wrong, Manatee Lagoon. I did it. I always want to say Mammoth, I don't know why. Manatee Lagoon, and they're offering to have their people come and give feedback to your team. What an amazing opportunity. You can ask your questions, you can get your experts, you can take your team from this level to that level. Fabulous. So definitely we'll be talking some more about that with Chelsea. And let me do the next slide. Also career connections. This is huge in the book, the manual of the STEAM guide. Investigate different careers. You have fields of study, renewable energy, energy and use of and efficiency, energy storage, grid moderation, energy policy and economics, energy environmental impact, fossil energy. Fossil energy brings that back to Cox Science Center and Aquarium. They just opened up their dinosaur exhibit. Okay, you have some experts here too to talk to them about all these things that have to do with fossil energy. We also are talking about dinosaurs on our field. So bringing it all together is an amazing opportunity for getting the ideas together. How do you start an idea with this? You read to the kids, okay, what is energy? You talk to them about what is energy. Then they're like, I don't care. And you're like, but you have to care. This is your future, right? So then you start talking about how do we know what happened last night during the storm? Did anybody else lose power? I lost power. Okay, and so that made my coffee maker not go on this morning. So that was a problem. So the whole thing, that's all about energy. So you talk about the problems that you have, get an idea of how they can fix it. These kids are amazing. A few years ago, we were doing the trash theme, and we had some kids, and they were talking about how should we recycle and all the recycling things. They had paper chip bags. They were eating potato chips. I gotta slow down. They were eating potato chips. They had empty bags. They said, you know what? I bet this would make a really good insulation for the walls. And we're like, no, it won't. That's crazy. So their coach called me, and I'm like, I don't know. And then they talked to someone who did insulation. Do you know those things made insulation better than insulation? So they were able to come up with a new type of insulation. They are 12, 13 years old. They all got a patent. They went to the Global Innovation Award, came in first runner-up over the whole entire world. Okay, these kids won a lot of money and a lot of prestige for what they did. And that was just them sitting there talking around their snack. So it just happens just like that, and it happens a lot with First Lego League. So if they have an idea, a kernel of an idea, talk to our experts, talk to Chelsea, talk to the Cox Science Center, find somebody. If you don't know someone to find, there's a wonderful thing called Google. Google is great. The best thing about Google is that you can actually put in Google jobs, and Google, you can put in jobs engineering around your area, or jobs energy around your area, and then within the 5-mile radius, you have about 20 different companies with websites and HR people that you can call. I mean, this is an amazing opportunity for our kids to go outside of their realm of understanding. Also talk to your parents. The parents on your team, I know that you have parents on your team who are experts at something, and ask them, okay? Grandparents also great. So I like the innovation project. That's my overall favorite. Let's talk about robot design. David, did you want to do robot design or just robot game?
It doesn't matter, however you want.
Come on. So David's going to talk to us about robot design. And do you have a robot to show?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, great. So he's going to talk about robot design. Do you want your kids to do it instead?
Yeah.
All right, kids, come on up.
Just grab your robots if you got it.
Grab your robots, come on up. So this is the Polo Park team. They were actually, not all of them, but from this school was actually our representative to go to state last year, and they also went to Worlds and represented us in Houston, Texas. So you guys can talk to us about what would it be like when you go into talk to the judges about robot design.
So basically, what's really important is to have a robot to bring into robot design. That's the first thing. So make sure you have some kind of a robot. A lot of the things that you should have whether it be a board that explains how you came up with some of your mission ideas, how you determined what attachments to use, what motors you use, what sensors you used. They're going to want to know how you brainstormed to come with that solution. Okay? They're going to want to know, did you make any changes to your robot throughout the year? Why did you make those changes? And the other thing that they're really going to be interested in is just how did you innovate? Because you all know that you can go online to primelessons.org, and you can find a bunch of ways to make robots. There are all different ways to do it. The key that the judges are going to look at is, wow, you guys took the basic robot and did something else with it. I remember last year at the world competition, we had a robot that had one attachment that did everything, but it was just literally one attachment. It wasn't even like a whole bunch. It basically was a stick sort of that just did everything. And it's a great idea, but it didn't get very high markings because they would have liked to see other attachments that you could, even if it was one sole attachment, that did other things. So when they come up with their idea, the first thing in the design you want to do is look at the board like they did, and then when you guys do that, what do you do after you look at the board? Go ahead, either one.
After we look at the board, we think of the different ways we could solve a mission, and which way would be the best way to solve it. So for like the turbine, we'd probably want a basket to hold on to all the energy units to bring them back at their home.
And again, like Stacy said, you can use all different types of robots. So I was very timid about Prime. I'm just going to tell you, just being honest with you. So I still am. I hate to say it, but my baby is the EV3. So as you can see, they're definitely going to be using different robots EV3, the problem is there's not gonna be any more updates to it. And trying to find parts for EV3 are really difficult now. I just paid $11 for one piece that had to get shipped from Washington State.
I have a whole bunch
I'm
of
sorry,
it.
oh, that's right, I'm sorry. What was the
If you
specific piece?
need EV3 parts, just call me.
Okay. So, but,
I'm closer.
yeah, see? So that's the issue you're faced with as they start to push those out and bring in the new ones. But there are always they show, just explain to them when you build a robot, when you're thinking about it, tell them what you think the judges are going, because he's an 8th grader, he's been with me for 3 years, so he has a good feeling, and he's been through all of it. He's been through in-person, he's been through COVID, he's been through it all, so he knows the whole thing. So what do they ask you? What do you remember specifically when you went in?
I feel like the judges, when they are asking about robot design, they aren't looking for, oh, you built the stock robot. That can work on the robot board, but if you're looking for high markings on robot design, I remember my first year, I had the flat robot that was just crazy. It was basically flat. And the judges, when they were looking at it, were like, that doesn't look right. What is that?
In a caring way.
Yes,
In a
yeah.
caring way.
Yes, but like, they were questioning, like, that seems like a strange robot. How does it work? And what we had done is we had built all crazy sorts of attachments to make it work. So they were very impressed that we didn't follow the stock design. We innovated something completely different that seemed like it wouldn't work, like the potato chips. It seemed like it wouldn't work, but it was actually very effective.
So one thing they'll do too is after they've judged you, they will go to the matches and watch your robot in action to see if what you told them in the meeting with the judges is literally what actually is going to happen. If you tell them you're getting 500 points consistently and you go out and get 100 points with the robot not having any issues, doing a fine job with no gyro sensor craziness, then they're going to wonder, well, why did you tell us 500 and we watched the robot? So you want to make sure that be as upfront and honest with the judges. That's the worst thing you can do is tell them something that's not true and then they watch it because they want to judge you based on exactly what you've done. Failure is always an option in robotics. So it's okay if you fail. They want to know that. That's one of the biggest things. Reliability is also another thing they judge you on. How many times do you test your robot when you're doing your robot runs? If you go out there and they say, oh, how many times did you test it if it was right? And you look at them and say, well, we once in a while we'll test it. They want to see a consistent test model so that they know that you've been testing your robot over and over again and making changes when there's issues. So I think that's pretty much where we're at. And in a little bit, they'll show you some of the runs that they've done so far after we go over the board.
Perfect, thank you guys. So one of the great things about the judging, and I've judged the robots before, is they also want to see your programs. So basically, we've done a couple different ways where we pulled up the laptop where we showed them. We've also had where we printed it, and we give it to them so that they can look at them. So I mean, there's a bunch of different ways, and we have these things called coaches chats every month. And you're more than welcome to join us. It's online through Zoom. And we go over those specific ones. And actually David and a couple of his students are going to be doing the next one September 22nd. And they're going to go specifically over robots, build, and programming. So how-tos and very basic stuff. But and if you want to go in deeper, I'm sure that they'll do it again for us in a little while. So that is a great resource also. PrimeLessons.org is an amazing website. It was started by two young men who were about 10 or 11 years old when they decided they were going to, this was their project and this was their innovative project, and they wanted to build something that would help others. Well, here they are 10 years later. They have a whole, I think one of them's in college now, one of them's in, one's at MIT, of course. And they built this whole system. So they built websites and they built a Facebook page called Share and Learn, FLL Share and Learn. It is fabulous. And it has a lot of information and you can ask questions. And you'll see our very own David Grad asking questions, a lot. And so.
They never put my questions down.
They do. I'm like, David Grad's asking a question. Why doesn't he ask me? I would know the answer, but that's okay. But it's an amazing opportunity for the robot design. And the kids, basically, the judges want to know that the kids have made the robot. You know, we love David Grad, but I don't want to hear from David when I'm talking to the kids. So David is actually standing over there, if he's even in the room at all, and I'm just asking the kids questions, which is amazing.
Kid run?
Huh?
Kid run?
Kid run, kid done, kid having fun. So we're gonna go over the robot game. Do you want to do that last, David?
What's that?
We'll go through this and then we'll let David run through the robot game at the end because everybody has to get around here. And Washer will have the camera down, so if you want to see it on the screens, we have multiple screens
And
up.
we'll be publishing it for you guys to view at a later date.
Yeah, we do have a YouTube channel, but we just couldn't go live today. So we have lots of FIRST websites, firstlegoleague.org, along with firstinspires.org. We also have a YouTube channel, and that's going to change because this was from South Florida Robotics, so we're going to get the new channel in there. Season videos, they have a whole, I take that back. This is the YouTube season videos, tons of them. So if you want to see the season videos. So let's talk about our season timeline. We have a lot of events. We are very, very, very lucky here in South Florida. We have registration happening until probably the end of October. We're gonna try to keep it, we're at what, how many teams, Lisa? Where'd she go?
We have 138 active.
We have 138 teams this year. Last year we had like 50. So we are expanding greatly. I think when I first started 6 years ago, we were at 150 teams. So we are back to almost pre-COVID right now. We're very excited about that. It's all because of Lisa, I just want you to know that. We have events scheduled all the way till the end of February, guys. We have scrimmages scheduled all the way to the end of February. We have practice qualifiers happening in October, November. We have qualifiers happening December, January, February. We have our regionals, which will be February 25th at Palm Beach Gardens High School again. They apparently like us and they want us to come back, so that's great. State will be March 2nd and 3rd, and it will be in Ocala, in a equestrian center. It's huge. And it looks like they're going to probably allow us about 10 teams to go to state, so that's really exciting. World festivals. This is a little different this year. That we are allowed 2 lottery winners to be able to go. Problem is, we are in a lottery. So we might not get pulled to actually be able to send somebody to Worlds. So that is, they are holding it down to around 64 teams this year. So not the greatest, but that's okay. We have invitationals happening. I think there's one in Australia, there's one in Arkansas, there's one in California, and I think one in Canada, and one in Greece. So there you go. That we will offer, I will get as many invitationals as you possibly want. This is the time to start raising money. We will be doing a coaches chat on how to fundraise and how to raise money. My FRC team, that's what we do. We have tons of places where we raise money and get sponsors. So I will give you all that information. Okay, register today. Cox Science Center, this is our website, coxsciencecenter.org /First Lego League. The challenge is 150. If you have an Explorer team, it's 25. So it's 150 for you guys. Deadline to register is October 31st, okay? The reason is because I have to start giving all these event hosts their teams that are coming to their events. As you said, we had 138 that have registered. We've only had like 21 registered with Cox Science Center. So it's going to be a very short season if we don't have a lot of people registering. So once you register, you will receive a Google form to select your events. Judging, robot games, sharing, and fun happen at the events because they are fun. Now here's our events. I'm sorry that's so small. I tried to make it bigger, but it just didn't work. We just finished at the Marlins Stadium a scrimmage that was fantastic. We had 4 teams and 3 schools come. The Polo Park was one of them. They practiced the whole entire day. It was awesome. It was hot, but that was all right. The robots were cool. So, and the parents were cool. So, it can't get better than that. This weekend coming up at the South Dade Senior High School, it is in Homestead, but It's the Pirates Pillage, and you can come and do the wonderful, doing this, practice all day. I guarantee you by the end of the time, you will have at least 1 or 2 missions extra. And you'll get to see the big robots, okay? So if anybody wants to do that, please let me know. On October 8th, we have Coral Springs Charter School in Broward. It's a practice qualifier. October 22nd, we have the Boca Housing Authority. I think it's going to change to Boca Elementary because we have so many teams that want to go. So there you go. It's amazing. So Palm Beach, that is also included as a scrimmage. On the 19th of November, we have Robots by the Lake with Pahokee Middle School. So we're trying to get all the teams that are in Okeechobee, Indian River, Indiantown, Pahokee, Palm Beach, all the teams that are in that area, we're going to give them an event at the beautiful Pahokee Middle School. And it's a fabulous school. And then we have on the 4th, we talked about the FPNL Manatee Lagoon. So please sign up for that so that we can get you in there. We might, if we have so many people, we might make it 2. We might make it Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon. We'll definitely want to use that facility. Has anyone ever been there? It's absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful. They have weddings there. It's beautiful. And then the 10th is my event in Martin County that Washer is going to be running. By the way, I didn't know if I told you that. So Washer's running it at South Fork High School. It's going to be really great. We're going to have all 4 programs happening. So first robotics competition, SPAM team. They won the World Championship in 2012. They're going to be running the event. And then we have a First Tech Challenge happening in the gym. We have First Lego League happening in the cafeteria. And we have First Lego League Explore happening in the Media Center. So we'll have all the programs running at the same time. We have Polo Park on the 14th. Right now, we are just saving that for our Palm Beach County after-school program. Hopefully, we'll have all of our teams there. We're very excited. We also have another event on the 3rd of, I meant to say it's not on here because it's not, we didn't put it out there. On the 3rd of December at Safe Schools, we're having a scrimmage happening. So if you want to do that scrimmage, it's definitely there. It's just not on our list because we do not want to open that up to the other groups. But that is going to be at Safe Schools, which will be a lot of fun. It's going to be a great place and a great time to have a scrimmage on that for our Palm Beach County after-school program teams. Polo Park, once again, that's we're going to keep that just for our Palm Beach County after-school teams, but if we don't have enough, we might have to open it up. Then we have a really special event happening on the 21st at the South Florida Fair. We have been asked to come back. Apparently they like us. So we are going to be actually doing 3 days at the South Florida Fair. On Saturday, we are doing First Lego League. So all these parents that are smiling in the back, guess who I'm calling? Because it's great. It's just a lot. They let us to have the teams come in free. Parking is free. Parents and spectators get a smaller, it's a little bit smaller price. I don't know if cheaper is quite the right word. But it's a little bit smaller price for the parents and the spectators to get in, but it's free for everybody.
And the kids also got to participate in the parade last year.
Right, and then we have the team parade where everybody gets to walk through the parade. And then on Sunday, we're trying to do a First Tech Challenge competition on that day. Let's see, Miami Coral Park High School, run by FRC 59 Ram Tech. That'll be at that day. Then we have the 28th at Glades Middle School in Broward. And then we have here in Palm Beach County on the 4th of February. So 4-4 is at the Green School. And then 211 is Ramblewood Elementary back in Broward. 212 is Coral Springs Charter School back in Broward. And then we have the Martin County Fair Scrimmage, which is on the 18th. You get to come into the fair for free. I'll even get the parents in for free because we know people. And free. I don't know about parking. Parking might be still $3, so you might have to break out the $3. But the Martin County Fair is a great little fair, and they really love us there. So that's actually where FRC Team 180 SPAM meets in Building B. So we would love to have you guys come to that scrimmage.
Although no air conditioning.
It's all right. If you know an air conditioning person, I would probably sell my soul right now. It is so hot. Imagine doing this with no air. But anyway, we build robots. And on the last one is on February 25th, 2023, Palm Beach Gardens High School regional competition. It's gonna be amazing. We'll have the band there playing the drum line. So here's my email, here's Lisa's email, and here's this guy saying if you have any questions. Good, no questions.